We're in a new era where celebrity means nothing. Anybody can get it. I don't remember taking any more precaution than I usually would.
Ice Cube told me, man, like, longevity is in being a chameleon. Wherever hip hop go, you ride with it. Is you riding or you not? Is you riding or you not? It'll leave you.
I think both of these dudes were in some kind of way more Biggie than Tupac.
We're in a new era where celebrity means nothing and anybody can get it. I don't remember taking any more precaution than I usually would, Ice Cube told me, man. Like longevity is in being a chameleon. Wherever hip-hop go, you ride with it as you riding. Or you not if you ride, or you not it'll leave your ass. And I think both of these dudes were in some kind of way more Biggie than Tupac. Ice Cube just spilled some major tea about how Diddy allegedly forced Jay-Z to split from Beyonce for his wild parties. Hold on to your seats, because Ice Cube's revelations are shocking every day. It seems more likely that Jay's might face the same downfall as Diddy, and we're just scratching the surface of this scandal. For years, we've seen Jay-Z, Diddy, and R. Kelly as close pals, and this situation feels like a repeat of the R. Kelly saga. Ice Cube claims that Jay-Z, Diddy, and R. Kelly were part of a shady group covering for each other's wrongdoings. Jay-Z supposedly stayed friends with him until the last minute, fearing they'd expose his secrets. But now it looks like the truth is coming out. R. Kelly is in jail. Diddy is swamped with lawsuits, and rumors say Jay-Z could be next. What's even more intriguing is that this entire ordeal not only strained Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship, but also marked a turning point for Jay-Z. So why did Jay-Z have such a strong bond with R. Kelly and Diddy? What secrets was he so desperate to hide? Let's dive deep into the juicy details and uncover the truth behind these alliances. Same people who own the labels on the prisons, literally the same people who own the labels on private prisons. It looks like Jay-Z is in big trouble, because Ice Cube just revealed some shocking details about his connections with Diddy and R. Kelly. From what Ice Cube knows, Jay-Z's career could be on the brink of destruction, and he might even face serious consequences. Sources close to Ice Cube say he has shared this information with authorities to help bring down both Jay-Z and Diddy. And believe me, it's some dark stuff. Recently, Jay-Z has been making headlines because with all the dirt coming out about Diddy, people think Jay-Z might be the next one exposed. YouTuber Storm Monroe even seems to have insider information on the matter, suggesting that the truth about Jay-Z's involvement is about to blow up. Storm hinted that some powerful people are orchestrating Diddy's downfall, and that Jay-Z will be the next one once they're finished with Diddy. According to Storm, this process will continue for a while, and after major documentaries and public humiliation, Jay-Z is next in line to be exposed. After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. Right. Storm pointed out that Jay-Z has allegedly done things throughout his career that the public wouldn't be happy to know. He mentioned that people tend to forget about the controversial aspects of Jay-Z's past, like the age of Foxy Brown when they were together, and his association with R. Kelly. These activities were often kept under wraps due to Jay-Z's powerful influence in the industry and his excellent PR and marketing strategies. Storm emphasized that despite Jay-Z and Beyonce's power, they are still vulnerable in an industry run by people who can turn against them. He believes that when it's Jay-Z's turn to be exposed, nothing will be kept secret. Storm previously predicted Diddy's downfall, and he now suggests Jay-Z will follow. Because of this, people are starting to dig up some old dirt on Jay-Z, and a lot of it ties back to his connections with Diddy and R. Kelly. To give you some background, Jay-Z didn't become a big name in music at a young age like many of his peers. Meanwhile, R. Kelly was already a famous R&B artist in the early 1990s. And Diddy was making waves at a major record label. Eventually, the three of them crossed paths in various situations, leading to collaborations on several projects. It's worth noting that Jay-Z and R. Kelly were incredibly close. They weren't just collaborators in the studio, they were friends who attended the same parties, shopped at the same stores, and dated the same girls. Because of this close relationship, many people now believe that Jay-Z must have been aware of R. Kelly's notorious behavior and possibly even participated in it. For instance, take the case of Aaliyah. When she met R. Kelly in 1991, she was just 12 years old. Although she was already a talented singer, by 1994 she had released her debut album Age Ain't Nothing but a Number, which was written and produced by R. Kelly. This album became a classic with timeless tracks like Back and Forth and At Your Best You Are Love. However, the album also carried an unsettling message that love transcends age, a sentiment that now raises eyebrows given what we know about R. Kelly's history. A witness later testified that R began having relations with Aaliyah when she was just 13 in August 1994, when Aaliyah was 15. Kelly obtained a forged document stating that she was 18 and secretly married her after allegedly discovering she was pregnant. At the time, R. Kelly was 27. Whether she was actually pregnant and what happened to the pregnancy remains unknown. The marriage was annulled in 1995 because Aaliyah was not legally old enough to marry. Now, Aaliyah's case is the most was publicized, but dozens of other women and girls have come forward with stories about surviving R. Kelly's predatory behavior. When R. Kelly was convicted and sentenced to jail in 2021, many wondered how he managed to get away with his actions for so long. It turns out that he had people who knew what he was doing and either looked the other way or even participated, including Jay-Z. In a recently resurfaced interview on Wendy Williams' former 107.5 FM radio show, Nas discussed this issue. According to Nas, Jay-Z definitely knew about R. Kelly's twisted interest in young girls, but continued to work with him regardless. Nas stated best, "You can't me J girl come in the studio. And you can't me that he had never southeast come in the vicinity." My belief is that anybody who's worked with him and been in his cipher has seen it go down. You seen it go, yeah. But if you thought that was the end of it, you're about to be surprised. Even after knowing everything R. Kelly did to Aaliyah, Jay-Z was still interested in her and even tried to date her while she was with his friend Dame Dash. Jay-Z would send her flowers, try to court her, take her out on dates, the whole shebang. But Aaliyah just wasn't feeling him that way and told him so. Jay-Z couldn't handle the rejection and tried to sabotage Dame's career. This was a major betrayal because Dame and Jay had been tight for a long time when Jay-Z was still a struggling artist selling his records from studio to studio with no one willing to sign him. Dame put in his time and resources to form Rockefeller Records with him. This partnership gave Jay-Z the leverage to snag a distribution deal with Def Jam in 1997, which helped him start working with other big names like Diddy, Ski, and DJ Premier. However, things began to sour between Dame Dash and Jay-Z because of Jay's interest in Aaliyah. Jay started cutting Dame out of important decisions and business moves. Jaguar Wright once talked about how Jay did Dame dirty because of his selfish interests. She said, "I think that everybody knows, C. Carter knows, that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did, it's malicious." But maybe that was because the girl didn't want you. But that's not even the worst part. In February 2002, that infamous footage of someone who appeared to be R. Kelly engaging in inappropriate acts with a girl later discovered to be under 18 was released. A few months later, R. Kelly was arrested and indicted on 21 counts of child pornography. When police searched his Florida residence, they found images and videotape of young girls in compromising positions with R. Kelly. R. Kelly denied all of this, and the charges were dropped in 2004. But we all know how that ended. Meanwhile, despite all the dirt coming out about R. Kelly, Jay-Z didn't cut him off or call him out. Oh no, instead, in 2002, the same year this all went down, Jay-Z collaborated with R. Kelly on the album The Best of Both Worlds. They even planned to go on tour that same year, but because of R. Kelly's legal problems, they had to postpone the tour until 2004, never mind that in the midst of all this Aaliyah lost her life in that tragic plane crash, so if you remember the best of both worlds, you won't see Dame Dash's name on it. This was around the time Jay-Z started distancing himself from Dame and the rest of their Rockefeller crew. Come 2004, Jay-Z and R. Kelly had already recorded and released another album, Unfinished Business. They finally went on their tour, and Jay-Z had a swell time singing and dancing with his creepy best friend. This made Dame feel betrayed and heartbroken because Jay was like his brother. Jay-Z also knew how difficult Aaliyah's experience with R. Kelly was for her, and he knew Dame tried to stay away from R. Kelly because Aaliyah didn't want to make a scene. Despite all this, Jay-Z did not stay loyal to the friend who had been with him through thick and thin. Instead, he publicly took his stance with R. Kelly, who would later be sent to prison for 30 years. Jay and R. Kelly eventually fell out, with R. Kelly allegedly panicking about Jay-Z trying to unalive him. R. Kelly's former cellmate, Ronnie Bo, later talked about how R. Kelly was in prison, talking about Jay being jealous of him and tried to take his life. It may sound outrageous, but R. Kelly felt like Jay-Z wanted to have him eliminated for some reason. He couldn't pinpoint it exactly, maybe some Illuminati sacrifice type of thing.